Call this meeting to order. The Board of Directors regular meeting, Thursday, May 24, 2012. Can we stand for the pledge to our Director Monk, will you lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance? Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you, Director. Next, we have a Metro Cable announcement. The open session meeting is videotaped for cablecast on Metro Cable 14. Replay on Saturday, May 26 at 1 p.m. and Monday, May 28 at 6 p.m. on Channel 14. Webcast at www.sacmetrocable.tv, and a DVD copy is also available for checkout from any library branch. The open session meetings are also available for viewing on the district website at www.sacmetrofire.ca.gov. And we have public opportunity to discuss matters of public interest within the district jurisdiction. And we have a speaker, Mr. Roger Mitchell from Rio Linda. Mr. Mitchell, welcome.
Thank you, Director. I'm here tonight on behalf of the Friends of Old Station 111 and the restoration crew for Rio Linda's second fire truck to give thanks, first of all, to Chief Wells. He attended our last fundraiser on behalf of the Chief and the Board. He spoke very eloquently of the support this district, the line personnel are giving to the project. Also, he spoke of his time in Rio Linda as a Chief Officer and spoke about the volunteer program and how they're supporting it. So we're here tonight to thank Chief Wells for those kind comments and for coming. After that, when we introduced our director from our area, Director Gary Monk, he spoke on behalf of the board and the board support of this project and of his and his wife's personal support of the project. And at that time, he gave us an envelope. And I'll tell you a quick little story. He visited the station approximately a week before the fundraiser and saw some things we were doing and asked what some of the things. And we had told him one specific project that we'd got donated about $300–400 worth of equipment to make this change, but there was still about $100 or $150 outstanding. And he said, okay, thank you. So when he spoke for the district that night, he handed us an envelope and he said, hopefully this will help you with that project I saw the other day. And I must admit, we did not open the envelope till I think it was 2 days later when we were counting the money from our fundraiser. And I will tell you, to our surprise, Director Monk and his wife have donated $500 to the project. Wow. And that means a lot to us, and we wanted to make sure that the thank you letter from us was in your board package, but also with your permission tonight, Board President, I would like to read that letter into the public record, or at least offer you the opportunity to read that letter into the public record, however you prefer.
You can do it. Go ahead,
sir. This is directed to Director Gary Monk. Dear Mr. Monk, the restoration crew of Rio Linda's fire engine number 2 would like to thank you and your wife for your generous donation of $500 towards this project. Your donation will help us to continue to move this very important project toward its conclusion. We know we have much work to do, but with support from friends like you, we are able to continue towards the goal of restoration and education of fire-related history for Sac Metro's community and area. Anytime you or any other district director would like to tour the building, we would be happy to welcome you. So again, that's from us, and with your permission, Director, I would like to approach the dais and present Director Monk with the original from that letter, sir.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Go ahead. All right. Good job. An applause.
At this time, I would certainly entertain any questions or comments the board might have from us at this time.
You have any questions of Mr. Mitchell? All right.
I'll make a comment on it. Those directors that haven't had an opportunity to go out and look at the old 111 and what they're doing in the restoration of the engine out there, I've got to say that I've seen a lot of projects, restoration projects and everything going forward, but I was really impressed with what I saw that Roger's doing out there, not only in the restoration of the engine, but the record keeping and the documentation. He's got a financial plan on what needs to be done with estimates on cost. I mean, it's very well organized in what he's doing and is very worthy of any support that we can. And I'm sure Roger would welcome any of the directors who want to go out there and look at what the project is. One final thing that Roger didn't mention yet is there was an additional guest that was at the fundraiser. Roger, if you want to.
Yes, and I forgot. Let me get something on the chair here. Our advertised speaker that night was our guest speaker was our supervisor, Supervisor Roberta McGlashan. Mm-hmm. And she spoke very eloquently of what she considered a partnership between Sac Metro Fire, the Rio Linda Alberta Recreation and Park District, to save a public building and keep it in public ownership, notwithstanding the restoration of the fire truck. So she was very impressed with that. She had Congressman Doug Ossie there that evening, and I will tell you that early on, when she became our supervisor in January due to reapportionment, why she asked to come over and see the firehouse project, and Doug Ossie brought her. And I overheard this as they left, but I think it's important. She says, Doug, she says, this project is like mom and apple pie. She says, here's a community that's working to save their old firehouse and their old fire truck. She says, I'm going to support this. So at the end of her presentation that night, something she did that really surprised us, and first of all, she presented the project, no person, but the project with the Sacramento County resolution.
Nice.
And after she did that, we asked her chief of staff if we could make some copies, most assuredly for the park district, this fire district. He said no. I says, okay. He says, what we'll do is you give us a number and we will present originals. So at a future date, we will be before you. And now he did say, he says, the first one came with a frame. You might have to supply the frames for the rest of them. We said, that's fine. But this district, we will be here at a later date, hopefully with Supervisor McGlashan, to make sure, because without this district support to save that building, we wouldn't be here. So I won't waste time tonight to read this resolution because I know you had busy. But after she presented the resolution, let me tell you what else she did. She said she was presenting a check to the project for $5,000.
That's excellent.
Now, I think it's important, and please bear with me, that, and she said this there, that constituents need to know where that money came from. Mm-hmm. I guess when she became a supervisor, at that time there was a given amount of money that each supervisor had for discretionary funding within their district. And due to the present financial crisis, they've all agreed that that money needs to go into the general fund. So they no longer receive that. She had been very judicious in saving some of her money for what she thought were very important projects in her district. And she said that night she felt that this was one of the most important projects that she's been a part of. So I would commend this board for being a part of that. We will have a supervisor here at a later evening to talk about this resolution for you. And again, thank you for listening tonight. And any other further questions or comments?
No, I think we're fine. Thank you very much, Mr. Commissioner.
Thank you very much.
All right.
Roger, before you
Great
leave, you might want to put a plug in for the weekend.
This Saturday, we're certainly having a pancake breakfast, a fundraiser. Again, Director Monk has been responsible for most of the food we're going to serve. So if you'll come, why, I'm sure we can get you a breakfast. And hopefully you can take a look around. If not, we know you're all busy, but thank you again very much. I would say when Director Monk mentioned my name as doing some of these things, this is a group effort. It's not one person.
We realize that.
Without
yeah.
the people helping, why we wouldn't be here. So thank you very much.
Thank you, and thank you for the work you're doing. All right, moving on. I'd like to make a note that after we do the consent agenda, we get that approved, we're going to go into a closed session, and on the action items, we're moving item number 8 to the last item, and that item number 8 is resolution, the OPEB contract agreement establishing a California Employers Retiree Benefit Trust with CalPERS. So we need a motion. We have a motion to...
I'll make the motion to approve the consent agenda.
Second.
We have a motion by Director Pearson and a second by Director Scheidegger. Charlotte, will you call the roll, please?
Director Monk.
Aye.
Newcomer.
Aye.
Scheidegger.
Aye.
Clark.
Aye.
Pearson.
Aye.
Directors Gould, Kelly, Orzali, and Jones absent. Motion passes. Thank you.
All right. Now we will recess to close session so that we can help our attorney out. No, he wants to go home.